Hey everybody, today is Thursday, the 1st of September, and the bleeding continues here for the overall market. We know not to buy because we have a declining 5-day moving average, and it's never going to let us buy the exact low, but that's not our goal. Our goal is to take low risk, high probability trades, and low risk, high probability trades don't occur when you're trading against the direction of the 5-day moving average, regardless of how far it's dropped. It's not down too much if there's still sellers out there. We're approaching the 61.8% retracement. We have broken, of course, below this bigger level that we've had our eye on, near that 397 level. And, now people are looking at this trend line, and certainly it's a level of interest. But is there any evidence at all that the buyers are regaining control? And the answer continues to be no. So we don't want to be a buyer in here. The same is true for the NASDAQ. We are back down to this level that we had mentioned last night. This prior resistance has the potential to become support, but we broke the volume weighted average price from the low. We broke the trend line here. When we're below the volume weighted average price from the low, what that means is the average participant on the long side from that point is now losing money. The average short is now making money. Who's in control? The buyers or the sellers? The sellers are in control from this point. The prices might be higher than where that is, but the average price is up here. So the average participant, adjusted for volume and price, from that point in time, that's what the volume weighted average price tells us, is losing money, and they continue to lose money at a more rapid rate as the sell-off continues. It is below the daily VWAP, it's below the 2-day VWAP, it's below the week to date volume weighted average price, it's below a declining 5-day moving average. I have repeated this, I can't tell you how many times over the years. It's still on a daily basis. People start telling me, hey, I finally started looking at the 5-day moving average. Man, that's really helped me a lot. Use it, embrace it for every single one of your trades. Toll Brothers, we're still short 2/3 of the position here. We're going to lower our stops, half of it to just above yesterday's high in the afternoon. So that puts it at 44.23 on half of it. The other half, we're going to drop it down above today's high to $43.63. We're simply listening to the message of the market and the definition of trend to lower our stops above the most recent relevant lower high. BNTX did not trigger today. It's pointed out on the spreadsheet every single day. If a stock goes through what's to be our stop prior to entry, it invalidates the trade. So no trade should have been taken here. Newer subscribers, print that sheet out with the guidelines. It's there for a reason. It doesn't mean you might not trade the stock, but the trade as I set it up with the risk that I was looking at no longer exists. We were looking at covering if it got above this level. So once it got above that level, it invalidates the trade. Take it off your list. USFD, if you're short in here, then your stop ought to go to 30.07. That's at this point. And again, I'm never going to claim, hey, we're short here. Everybody cash in. Let's go rent a Lamborghini this weekend. It's about whether you got involved or not. I'm not here to make anyone feel badly about missing a trade or, going crazy if you do. It's a business. We're running a business here. We trade. And we don't buy stocks before they're ready to be bought. I can't tell you how many people I've seen on Twitter talking about how great this stock is and what a relative strength leader is. It's a true market leader. It's going to emerge from here and it's going to do that. We don't know what it's going to do. This is what I preferred it to do, was to shake all those people out. Now, if it can recover in the next week or so, maybe we'll buy it. But so far, we've avoided what most people are doing, is losing money and losing more than 10% of their money on average in here. There's no reason to buy stocks, especially when in a bear market, when the stock just starts turning sideways and playing guessing games. Snow, I hope I've saved people money on this one as well, because a lot of people were looking at this saying, hey, it's a low volume pullback. It's at this level. It's at that level. We don't buy pullbacks. We buy strength after a pullback. We don't buy dips because dips sometimes just keep dipping and crashing. So again, That one's way too early. We're going to take PANW and we're going to take snow and just delete them off our list. I'll let you know if they seem like they're going to set up in a lower risk way in the future. DCP, it's still a day or two early in here. I'd say again that set your alert up here somewhere. I'm not going to trade this stock. It's an energy name. I don't like to trade energy names, but I would say if you're looking at it, set your stop, your alert rather, at 38.45. The alert doesn't mean buy. It means it's up at 38.45. Start to watch it a little bit more carefully. Maybe it does something like this up in this area and even gets through that level, but don't buy it today because we'd rather see it do something like this and then maybe get going in the next day or two. GXO, we were looking for strength first. It didn't give us any strength, so I'm not counting this as a trade. A lot of people will say, hey, we were short GXO today. Okay, well, how did you get involved in this? Did you just chase it right from the open? Give me a break. Let's be honest about what's realistic and what we can actually obtain versus just stock picks. It's not about stock picks. It's about, is the stock tradable? And GXO, I always suggest you do not chase. In fact, we're looking for strength first. So that invalidates the trade. That's it. It's off the list for today. The risk reward has been ruined. NBIX, no reason to be involved in this one. Take it off the list as well. VIPS, this one is still probably a day or two early. I don't see any reason to watch this one carefully today, so take that one off the list as well.